Hi guys, Dr. Kristie Ennis. Welcome to Follow Me Friday, where motion is lotion. Today, for these muscles that help support us so we don't fall over. So we've got the hips, some in through the quads, hamstrings, even in through the calves and the shin muscles. Strength plays a big role in not falling, so we want to work on all of that today. And because motion is lotion, we're going to do just a quick little pass through of all those muscles we're working so we get things loosened up and that blood flow going. Today you do also need a band and a chair. We're going to start out with one exercise on the chair, actually a couple exercises on the chair, and then we're going to use it for balance as needed. So let's get started. All right, I've got my band on. You're going to get towards the edge of your chair because you're actually going to lean back to start. We're going to start by opening up those knees. So these are little warm-up ones to get those side glute muscles engaged. Very important in preventing falls. Again, they help keep our pelvis level, so they're not going to allow us to do this. So we're going to do 10 leaning back like this. That's 4. It's 5, 6. You will feel these, trust me. 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 more, but we're going to actually shift it forward. I've got a nice flat back, and now I'm going to open. Ooh, and you will feel that hit a little bit different. There's 2, 3. If you are a beginner coming back from an injury or this just doesn't feel good, get rid of the band and just do the movement. You're still doing something good for yourself. And we all are starting at different levels. Some days this isn't great for me either. Important thing is being persistent and consistent. That's what helps us make changes. One more like this. I'm going to stay towards the edge of the chair, but I'm going to sit back up. You can use your hands if you need to. Bring those feet apart. I'm going to press out against that band, and then it's a stand right up. So now I'm using some of those bigger leg muscles. We're going to do 10 of these. I'm also using those side hip muscles as I'm pressing out. So we're really getting a lot here. I'm going to show you one little tiny variation that's pretty tricky, but you can try it if you want to. Once you go to stand up, come right up on those toes, back down and sit. Again, you can use those hands in your lap if you need to help for balance a little bit. Or you can put your hands right on the chair or even the arm of a chair if you need to. And you can work your way to using, look ma, no hands, right? Again, you don't have to go right up onto those toes. We are going to do some calf exercises later, but I see a lot of falls happen from people getting into and out of the chair. So a really important one to work on with those legs. We've got 2 more, I think. We're going to call that 8. So here's 9, and then we're going to stay standing, and 10. Okay, I'm going to grab this chair, as you can too, and use it for balance if you need to, okay? So we're going to go with a nice little knee lift up, working those hip flexors. So again, if you're somebody that maybe trips or drags your foot or gets caught on the stair, oftentimes it's because these hip flexor and quad muscles aren't quite working the way they need to. There's 4. We're going to do 10 of these too. We're doing one more on this side before we switch to the other side. That's 6, 7. You, of course, don't have to hold on if you don't need to. 8, 9, and 10. Staying with that bent knee, but now you're going to scoop it across the front of the body. We're getting the inner thigh a little bit more, which obviously, right, helps us lift a little bit too. So there's 2, 10 total of these. 3, 4, 5. Take a break at any time you need to. Also 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more is 10. Switching sides, starting with that little march. Try to keep yourself nice and upright too, right? Really engage in through those abs to help you out a little bit. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more like this. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Now adding that little scoop. So I'm turning that foot as well. It's almost like you're kicking a soccer ball if the soccer ball was up a little bit. There's 2. It's soccer season for us right now. 3, 4, and I'm going to plug my son's team. They're doing really well right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more like this, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, this next one, we're going to take a step out to the side. So you're shifting your weight. Come back to the middle. You can tap that foot down. You're going to bring that foot forward, shift that weight again, back to the center, bring it back, shift that weight. Now, you can, if that's too easy, you can go ahead and move that band down. But again, we're working on that weight shift. I got to make sure I say that word carefully. Shift component, because this is what we do when we're moving around. And I oftentimes, of course, see falls happen, right, when people are starting to move, whether it's they're changing direction, right, whether it's forward, backwards, or to the side here. So we want to work on all of those things. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, come out to the side, pause, don't put your foot down, shift that weight forward. It's okay if that back toe comes up, because again, that's what we do when we are walking actually, right? So this one is about the movement component. You can put your foot down though. There's nothing wrong with that. We're gonna do one more. So now we're working all of those glute muscles. We're working that shifting ability, that changing direction ability, even in through that lower leg. All right, switching sides. I'm gonna come away from the chair a little bit. So shift out to that side, step it forward. Again, it's okay for that heel to come up in the back. And then when you go backwards, totally good for that front toe to come up as well. Okay, again, it's kind of the natural way that we move. Just make sure that you're nice and secure, right? This is about not falling, so we want to make sure that you are doing what you can to be stable too. Challenge yourself, but be balanced. I almost went the wrong direction. Doesn't matter which direction you start with first, as long as you are getting all directions in here. That's important. Ooh. And we are going to do one more in each direction. You should really start to feel those hip muscles working pretty hard. Again, my heel is going to come up, and this time my toes are going to come up as well. Okay, next one, I'm going to move the band back up again. Face this way so you guys can see me. You're going to shift those hips back with a nice flat back. You're going to pick this leg up. We're going to alternate here. You're going to do one where you bring this knee out to the side, and then another one where you press straight back. So out to the side, press it back. So working on all of these nice big butt muscles here, some of the hamstring as well. And this other leg is working too, just to support us, just like we do when we're standing or moving. You don't have to use the chair if you don't need it, but again, it's there for balance purposes. We're going to do 10 total on each leg. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, switching sides. So here we go. It's lift out to the side. Make sure you don't turn those hips as you do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and then we have one more exercise. I'm actually going to get rid of the band for this next one because we don't need it. Yes, it's such a freeing feeling to just throw that thing sometimes. All right, you're going to come right up onto those toes, come on down, and then you're going to lift those toes up. Now, oftentimes we work on this calf raise one, but very, very often I see in my patients kind of those shin muscles getting forgotten. And they are really important in helping us to not fall also, right? Just think about if you do happen to lose your balance a little bit and you maybe go backwards a little, these muscles need to help support and stop that motion too. So that's 4. We're going to do 10 total, and then we're done. 5. Come up and down nice and slow and control. One of my feet doesn't move quite like the other. 3 more to go. 2. Last one. I think. Let me raise those toes. Good job, guys.